Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because we are running out of money, guys. And things are going to get bleaker and bleaker and bleaker for the holiday season as they come out. And now the experts are starting to admit this. And got a lot to cover today. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. So proud of you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, which I will talk about in a bit. Think about this, guys. Gerald Storch runs Storch Investments, and he was on Maria Bartiromo this week, and he did a great interview, and the interview is below, about how people are completely out of money. And what he called malarkey in the news media, talking about how great everything is, and it's not. People are strapped and tapped. And that's a great title for a video I'll use someday. But the idea with this is that people have bills that they cannot pay. They're borrowing in consumer debt that they cannot pay. I have a wild story to tell you guys about CarMax that my brother went to and visited with his brother-in-law. And think about this, guys. Right now, consumer debt is going through the roof right now. You know, Halloween, whether you participate in Halloween or not, is going to be absolutely abysmal this year. And it's going to be the worst year since 2016, when the amount of money that people spend is going in the complete opposite direction. So now the next thing after that is going to be Black Friday. Going to launch it. But hey, you know, the retailer's like, listen, we're going to have a really tight year because Thanksgiving is the latest it could possibly be. It's the 28th. So you lose a week of shopping. If you think that that's going to be the thing that's going to make Black Friday be terrible, you're out of your mind. It's one day, okay? Black Friday is still Black Friday. It's still going to be there. But the point of this is that people don't have any money right now, and they're not spending the money right now to go shopping. But the retailers right now, as you're being gaslit and told how great everything is before the election, people have no money. They are not spending out there when it comes to purchases, big purchases. That's why the buy now, pay later things are doing good. It's just insane with this. So get ready is what they said. Get ready to have, my favorite holiday is Cyber Monday, which was made up basically by Amazon. Cyber Monday, we want to have a good Cyber Monday where they have great deals. Guys, they just added a new Prime Day and added a few days to that so that they could sell more. Retail is dead, guys. Retail is dead. If you've watched any of the last few videos, all you hear about is store after store after store that is absolutely suffering right now. So with that being said, it's going to continue. And here is the thing that's alarming right now. I have had 8 people reach out to me in the last 10 days now that have told me that their credit cards have been hacked. So you have to be leery of this. 2 were debit cards. The rest were credit cards. Now, the thing about this is that my brother was the most recent victim. What they do when they get your number to compromise is they do a single charge that is very small, like 35 cents. And then once they realize that the charge will go through, then they put their foot on the gas, and then they do 800, 500, 1,000, 1,500, to where you've got 15,000 in charges. And then Citibank has to reach out and say, whoa, 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 whoa. We think you guys have been the victim of fraud. And yeah, he watches the channel. We talk all the time. He said, Dan, this was the difference of like a Friday to a Monday, okay? And how bad it was. So, you know, he couldn't have stopped it. He couldn't have seen this, but it blew him away because they woke up on Monday morning to this lovely news that they had been compromised. Now, the fraud charges were paid, but again, he had a real problem with something else that I want to talk to you guys about, and that was he purchased something on eBay, and I think it was a generator, okay? Hey, great, your generator was delivered today. And it was delivered to a shoe store. It was not delivered to his house. A shoe store nowhere near him, about 5 miles away from his house. So he goes out and reaches out and looks at that, and then realizes that they made a mistake and it was not delivered to his house. It took him a month to get his money back. But that's the thing. All of these retailers are getting stingier and stingier and stingier. You have to be on top of this stuff because they're changing the windows to complain about things, and He had to go to the post office. The post office, which I didn't even know you could do this, they wrote a letter for him that said this item was never delivered to this address. It was delivered to a shoe warehouse that has thousands of packages a month delivered, and the generator's there. So with that being said, it took all this time for him to get his money back. But that's what they're banking on right now. That's what they're banking on. Woman I know, debit card got compromised, and the thing that was the problem with her was that they depleted her checking account. She eventually got everything back. They had to issue a new card. She's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm 18. I have no money right now because they just cleaned me out until I put things in. And she was upset because she made a deposit into the account. And then, you know how they hold the money for overnight? Yeah, they did that. So all worked out. But so many of you have written me, these thieves are getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and they are stealing from us at a record pace right now. But because people are broke, people are not looking at their bank statements, they're not looking at their credit card statements. You have to do this on a regular basis. You have to be leery of everything. You have to worry that these people are going to steal from you, because they're going to. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, look at the statements, guys, because they're ripping us off left and right. I had one where I had an old employee that worked for me, and he bought something online that was a convenience for him. And what it was something to place things on social media accounts that I was totally against. And also, it was such a problem that it made it so certain social media accounts would flag you and kick you off of it. And I'm like, well, that's terrible. Don't use that. The guy leaves the company, and I had a credit card compromised over the summer, had to issue a new card. I wake up a week and a half ago, and there's a charge for that thing to be renewed. And I'm like, this guy has not worked for me for a year and a half. And I'm like, how is that possible? Number one, guys, it's a whole new credit card. Oh, well, we have a grandfathering program where we can go to, like, let's say your credit card, your expiration date expires, we can get the new one from the bank. How do you get a new number from the bank? So I'm telling you guys, when you cancel things, make sure you cancel things. Now, the thing about this was that they did this a year ago too, and renewed it a year ago. I said, not only are you going to give me the money back from a week and a half ago, you're going to give me that too, because I've never logged into the account. Give me the login, give me everything, and let me show you what I do for a living. Oh, wow, I'll work on this. I'll get this handled for you by early next week, so I'll keep you posted on that one. But guys, this is happening to everybody. This is happening to everybody right now. They're stealing from us. Okay, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. So let me know, guys, what you think about this. But you haven't seen anything yet. There's a lot more to cover. How romantic you could be on that with me. Okay, anyways, let me know what you think so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. You know something? All you need to hear is one story. This is it. Michael Hartnett is the CEO of Bank of America. Late last week, you know what he said? Gold is going to go well above $3,000 an ounce. People need to get ready. They need to protect themselves. The best place to do that is #1 rated Patriot Gold Group. Call them today, 888-330-1431. Get a free investor guide. Find out how easy it is to buy gold. Plus silver. Silver is going through the roof right now. I have had so many people reach out to me in the last month about silver purchases, and the best place to call is Patriot Gold Group. They're #1 for 8 years in a row. They've got amazing customer service. Contact them today, 888-330-1431. Let them know that Dan from iAllegedly sent you. Contact them today before it's too late. You don't want to miss out on this. Here's one that's funny. A man did a Google search. How can I tell if I'm being investigated by the FBI? Why would somebody search that? Well, this is the guy that hacked the SEC's Twitter account, X account. and made positive posts that made Bitcoin go up by $1,000, and he benefited from that, bought and sold it, and then they showed up and arrested him felony stop style, like Denzel and Ethan Hawke in Training Day. They did it good. They did it heavy. Anyways, isn't it funny that this guy did that search? Okay. Louis Vuitton, the name of that company is LVHM. They are saying that the glory days for high-end merchandise is over with. People do not have the money to go out and buy these bags. Yeah, who's got, hey, you know what? We can't pay rent, but why don't you go buy that $6,000 bag right now? No, it's actually $9,000, Dan. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's insane. So this is global. Now, what they're blaming is China. China's the problem. China's not purchasing the products the way they were. How is everybody in China loaded? That's what I want to know. Seriously. How is that? Because it makes no sense to me. So, you haven't seen anything yet, guys. There is a Venezuelan gang that they installed malware onto the ATMs in New York City. And this is amazing. This is called jackpotting, okay? And I'm like, oh, they just made that up. No, that's what the banks, that's what the FBI, that's what the police call it. 4 people got arrested for stealing from the ATMs by putting a code in, and it just would spit out all the money it had. They got $400,000 with this and were stupid and spent it all crazily and got caught. So again, guys, watch your accounts, watch everything, because you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen it all yet right now. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse moving forward. So, the thing about this is last week there was a South Korean gang that was doing this. Now you've got the Venezuelans that are doing this in New York City. Who else is doing this, guys? This is not just in one area of the country. This is all over the place. But I am telling you, if you learned anything from any of these videos, check your statements. Go out right now and just check your statement. See what you've got. Make sure you know what your yearly fees are. You know your interest rates. You know everything on this so that you're not, surprised, because so many people have been absolutely surprised by this. And again, I'm telling you, over a dozen people have written me about shenanigans, and just a matter of time until, people, it happens to you, because it happens to all of us, okay? So let me know what you think so far. One thing I want to remind you guys of is we have a private channel called iAllegedly Live that is uncensored. I love creating content for this. Please go to iAllegedly.tv to check it out. So many of you have done this. We're putting content up there all the time, and I hope you enjoy it. iAllegedly Live, you sign up at iAllegedly.tv is how you join us, okay? I'll see you over there as well. Now, here is why you need to monitor your accounts. Here's a great story. Robert Murphy was a financial advisor for Chase Bank. Robert Murphy went out and took advantage of a man named Justin Lee and withdrew $30,000 and did it over 24 times. Transferred the money to family members' accounts, and this was in 2021. Right now, the guy finally got charged with a crime for doing this. Okay, guys? Okay, 24 minus 21 is 3 years it took for these people to get their 30 grand back and for this guy to be held accountable. You don't want this problem. Justin Lee and his wife Suzanne were victims of this. But what's terrible is that you could go on the account and you could see what this guy did with the money. And what he did with the money is just transferred it wherever he felt, okay? So, again, problem after problem after problem with this. Check your statements. Check your bank statements. The banks are failing. What happens if these banks go down? How would you like to be the people at that First National Bank of Lindsay trying to get in theirs accounts? Hey, I saw some fraud. Yeah, we're a new bank now. How is that going to work out? Remember that. Next thing is my daughter was a Girl Scout. My daughter is in her mid-20s now. She's an adult. But the Girl Scouts were a really good thing for my daughter. The Girl Scouts have such a declining membership right now, which is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And this goes back to the woman that ran my daughter's troop didn't even have daughters anymore. They were all grown. She just came back to run the troop and did a good job. My daughter became the president of the troop. They would do every year, you guys, we would have the hell that is Girl Scout cookies. And I did not know this until my daughter was out of Girl Scouts for about 5 years, that they make no money doing this. They make pennies when they sell those boxes. You're thinking that they're making $2 a box or something like that. It's a criminal act. They want to raise the price of membership from $25 a year to $85 a year with declining membership right now. Once again, no outreach, no bringing girls into the program, nothing like that. But my daughter went all the way. My daughter won the Juliet Lowe Award, which was the woman that started Girl Scouts, a very high, pristine award. But it taught her leadership. It taught her everything. And girls need to do this. It's a big deal. It really did teach her well. She has friends, and it taught her how to run a business. I mean, it really did help her. And if your daughter or granddaughter or relative could be part of Girl Scouts, they should do it. Let me know what you think, if you've had a good experience with that or not. I'd love to hear it. I'm gonna finish this video with this last story. And this is wild. When I heard this, I thought it was a joke. Elon Musk has a political action committee, and he has donated $1 million at every rally that he goes to one lucky winner in the crowd if you agree to sign a petition to back our Constitution. $1 million. And then he gives out a Price is Right check, a big check to the person. And the guy had no idea. The first guy that won, the second guy that won, and now they're saying, hey, is this legal? Are you allowed to do this? I mean, think about this. These politicians would take $12 from you. Hey, I want to give away $1 million. Is that legal? It's lunacy, guys. Only because it's him. So let me know what you think about this. And don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Check your bank statements. The banks are crumbling around us. Criminals are running rampant. Okay? Get ready. Okay? Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.